Welcome back to the channel, you curd nerds. Today we're going to be doing something just a little bit different, and then we will get right back into your regularly scheduled War Thunder content. And you've probably already noticed what's different. It's this. And today we're going to be unboxing not only the Podmic, which is what you see right here, we're also going to be talking about the Rodecaster Duo. And we're going to put it in the context of, well, maybe somebody's getting this for somebody for Christmas or holidays or birthday or what have you. So we're going to go through the unboxing and a couple of recommendations. But before we get into any of that, I want to thank all of y'all. The followers, subscribers, people always showing up on Twitch. Y'all are the real goats because y'all are the reason that I was even able to afford this thing. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First thing we're going to talk about is the Rode Podmic. So far, I absolutely love this thing. As you can see, it's a Podmic made by Rode. Got an internal pop filter, broadcast quality. It's a hefty boy. It is definitely ruggedly built, and it does come with a 2-year warranty. So maybe it's not worth it buying the extra little coverage that Best Buy might offer. I didn't get it. You do what you will with your own money. Right off the bat, we've got some nice corrugated cardboard shaped for the product to make sure that it doesn't get damaged during shipping or storage at whatever store you happen to get it from. Then we've got the unit itself, a quick little start guide. I really want to say that the quality of the paper that they use is remarkable, given that every time I got to one of these quick start guides, I thought it unfolded even more because of how thick the paper stock was. And then right at the bottom, we've got more cardboard to protect the unit and a desiccant pack. Make sure that gets in the trash. It will severely hurt, any kids or pets if they happen to get a hold of it and eat it. So make sure, dispose of that properly. Now let's get to the actual unit itself. As we've already talked about, it's ruggedly built. I have absolutely no idea what that little nubbin on the bottom is. Even with it plugged in and been using it, I still have no idea what that is. But it does have its nice little swivel mount that is removable. It does have the XLR output, no USB. Rode does make the USB Podmic that has a USB output. It is just another $100. It does have both the small and big mounts or threads for whatever mount you happen to use. As we already said, it is removable in case you want to use some kind of shock mount or mount it in a desk mount, etc. Not a whole lot to this. It's a pretty bare bones unit, but it gets the job done. No extra frills, no buttons, or anything like that. Next thing we're going to talk about is the Rodecaster Duo. They make a Rodecaster Duo Pro that has 6 sliders as opposed to 4 sliders, and it can take up to 4 headphones or inputs or outputs. Now, this doesn't just take headphones or microphones. You can also plug guitars, basses. I can't think of any other instruments that you might want to plug into this, but as I've already said, studio quality. It does also have a built-in wireless receiver so that you can use other Rode wireless products. It's got its smart pads that you can attach any functions to. You can even do voice effects like this or like this. And they're actually pretty cool. That's one of my favorite parts about this thing. As soon as you open the packaging, it is really nice packaging. It's almost Apple-esque. All right. As soon as you open it, first thing you see is the quality control card saying, hey, we've tested this. And it's not filled out by some robot. It's not stamps. It's actual handwritten quality control card, which I feel is a really nice touch. You've got a little lift here, and this is all your fun accessories. All right. Right up at the top of the packaging, you can see that you can get some other accessories like headphones, the Podmic like we've got, or even the PSA 1 Plus, their mic mount. The Samsung one from Best Buy seems to work just fine, but if you want a nice, clean look, go for the really nice one. All right, now let's get into the cords. We've got a really nice, I believe it's 50 watt, 5 gigabit per second USB 3 cable. Normally these cables run anywhere from $30 to $80, so it's nice that it came with a really high quality cable. Here is your AC power adapter. It is USB-C. I'm not sure if that means that you can power this unit from a big enough battery bank. I haven't tried it yet. I'll let you know in the comments if I happen to try it. And in this box is going to be your actual AC power cord. It is grounded. It's wonderful so that you don't end up destroying the unit if there's like a thunderstorm or something that ends up hitting your house. And again, your quick start guide. I thought it was able to open up yet again, but no, it's just really thick paper stock. This is kind of embarrassing how long I'm working on this. But again, that's all you get in the box. So what that does mean is you're going to need to stop by either a guitar center, a music store, somewhere that sells microphones, guitars, etc., and pick up an XLR cable. If you are getting this for somebody for the holidays and they don't already have some kind of XLR setup, they're another $30 to $40. Make sure you pick up a decent one. Make sure you pick up one of decent length because they're probably routing it around a computer, a monitor, etc. But if you are buying this from Best Buy sells the Rodecaster Duo, the Rodecaster Duo Pro, the Podmic, the USB Podmic, etc. But what they don't sell is an XLR cable. They sell everything else you need except for the items to actually plug them together. So remember, if you are picking this up for somebody, stop by and get an XLR cable for them as well so that they can actually use it the day that they get it. Without further ado, let's get into the actual unit. Pulling out the quality control card. I absolutely love this. It's filled out by an actual person who's actually testing the unit, who's actually putting an SD card in the back to check the smart pads. They're actually checking all the sliders. They're making sure the device works before shipping it out. Something that I don't feel like you see from a lot of manufacturers recently. All right. Now we get into the actual unit. You've got your sliders. I do wish the sliders had some kind of tactile detent right there in the middle, but they do not. They just slide smoothly up and down. The buttons do have a nice clicky tactile feel to them. The dials, again, have a nice clicky tactile feel to them. There is no center detent. All right. The smart pads, though, they have a bit of a percussive instrument feel to them, which I'm assuming is intentional. Right here on the front is where you would plug into the 3.5 millimeter jack headphones. There's nothing on this side. Back here is where you get all of your inputs. Over there, we've got our power button that takes, I believe it's 9 volts and 3 amps. Right up at the top, you've got your micro SD card slot, and it looks like you can access that micro SD card slot via the USB-C. I'm not entirely sure what the internet connection is for. I've tried to set it up. I haven't dug that far into it. I'll let you know down in the comments what I find out about it. On the back, we've got more headphone slots for nicer, bigger driver headphones, and then we've also got our inputs, and this is where you can plug in the bass, the amp, the microphone, whatever you happen to be using this for. In the context of a streamer, obviously they're going to be plugging in some XLR microphone. Now let's get into a little ASMR peel. Oh, now if that wasn't satisfying. And here it is, the Rodecaster Duo.